Howdy folks, and welcome back to Brew. Today we're going to be installing a deadbolt with a matching doorknob. Specifically, it's a Schlage Camelot keypad deadbolt in a satin nickel finish. Now, if you've watched any of my other videos, you may recognize this project as also part of an exterior door installation. Following that install, I wrapped the door in a nice Craftsman style surround, which you can also find that video on Brew as well. As home improvement jobs go, this job's pretty easy. It requires some basic tools, a screwdriver, maybe a hammer and a chisel if you've got to adjust your door jamb for the strike plates. Other than that, it's a very straightforward install, and the instructions provided by Schlage are really top-notch. Steps you through each part of the process, leaves very little to chance. So let's go ahead and get started. Here's a quick look of the doorknob and keypad deadbolt in its original packaging. And the first step we have to do is install the latch. And Schlage has got a pretty slick system here where it can accommodate two different door knob depths. We're going to go with the shorter configuration. And it simply installs into the latch hole for the deadbolt. And then we want to install the exterior faceplate with the keypad attached to it. It is a little bit tricky feeding those wires through and getting all the pins to line up, but with just a little bit of patience you can make it happen. And next we install the base plate, which is really what holds the exterior plate to the door. And we feed that COM wire in through the hole, again lining up the pins and getting the base plate in place. And then using the two screws that Schlage provides, tighten that down. Now I just tightened it down just enough to hold it in place. And then as you'll see here in a moment, we'll tighten it down permanently once we're assured everything is lined up just right. So I'm using the window frame as my reference point. Looks like I've got a pretty consistent gap there, and I'm going to go ahead and tighten it down. Next thing we got to do is install the battery. And then the only electrical connection you have to make is the little plug that connects the keypad kind of to the brains of the system and to the power source. And then putting on the rear faceplate, the interior faceplate. Pretty simple. You line up the pin coming through the latch, put in two screws, tighten them down. And the next thing we have to do is simply install the screws to secure the latch and latch plate to the door. Now, what I always do in these situations is I'll ease the screw in with my drill, but I'm real worried about stripping them out with a powerful drill. So I'll ease them in and then I'll tighten them by hand with my screwdriver. After a quick ops check, looks like the deadbolt works as advertised. Now there's one final piece of the installation of the deadbolt, and that's installing the strike plate. The pre-milled mortises on my new door jamb weren't quite big enough to accommodate the strike plate. So quickly trace it out and then clean it up with a sharp chisel. Or you can do it with a pretty dull chisel, which is what mine was. But it worked out okay. You just got to remove that little bit of wood material until your strike plate fits in there nice and snugly. And once it does, I'm going to go ahead and screw the screws into the door jamb using my drill. And again, I will finish them out with the screwdriver. And then Schlage provides a finished plate on top of the more strong and herky strike plate that prevents somebody from breaking your door jamb out. Alright, looks like our new deadbolt works just fine. Nice tight lock. Next we're going to go ahead and install the doorknob. And since we're using a Schlage product before, the instructions are nearly identical. We'll go ahead and install the latch and latch plate. Then the exterior knob. And to ensure proper orientation of your exterior knob, make sure your keyhole is on the bottom portion of the knob. Slide the pins through the latch. Install the interior knob. And I've always found it difficult working the screwdriver around the doorknob, really without scratching it up. So I'll get those screws about as far in with my fingers and then tighten it up with the screwdriver. And the strike plate that's included with the package fits perfect this time into the pre-milled mortise. And we'll go ahead and secure that with the screws provided. And it works pretty nice. Okay, the last step in our project today is to program the keypad. And Schlage provides a really easy to follow guide for doing this. Okay, the first thing you have to do is enter the programming code. And then we're going to wait for 3 lights and 3 beeps, and then press the Schlage button. Then press the number 1, 3 lights, 3 beeps, and then enter your personal code. Wait for 3 lights, 3 beeps. Enter the same code one more time, and you get a green light for success. And with that, we are done with our keypad and doorknob installation. Okay, that's it. New doorknob and keypad deadbolt installed. And this has got to be one of the best home improvement projects you can do, because you can do it while seated in a nice comfortable chair. Hey, I just want to give a quick shout out to all my new subscribers. Thank you all so much for subscribing to Do and Brew. My subscribers have really taken off in the last couple of weeks, and I really do appreciate all the comments and thumbs up that you're providing. If anybody has any questions on any of my videos, you can either email me at doandbrew@gmail.com or leave the question in the comments. I get back to every comment within about 24 hours, if not sooner than that. Thanks a lot for watching this video, folks. There's a bunch of really great videos coming up soon. I'm going to be putting on a stone surround on a fireplace I installed, as well as a really cool kitchen light fixture that I built out of solid wood and then incorporated some pretty neat pendant lights and indirect lighting. You really want to look for that video. It's going to be awesome. Good luck on your next project, and we'll see you back here next time on Do and Brew. See you later, folks.